Hey guys, today we're going to solve radical equations, and that's any equation with a radical in it. Here we've got a square root. We're just going to have to square both sides to cancel that out. X minus 2 equals 36. We'll move that negative 2 over. 36 plus 2 is 38. And there's my solution, but I'm not really done. I need to check my equation because sometimes when I check this solution, I plug it in here, I can do all the math correctly, but plug it in and it turns out it doesn't work. That's called an extraneous solution, and I have to throw that out. So 38 minus 2 under a square root equals 6. And 38 minus 2 is 36. Square root of 36 is 6. So that solution is valid. In number 2, I've got a cubed root, so I'm actually going to have to cube both sides. 7r plus 5 equals negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3, that's negative 27. So I'm going to subtract that 5. And then divide by 7. Okay, now I need to check that. Cube root of negative 32 or 7 times negative 32 over 7 plus 5 should equal negative 3. 7 and 7, those are going to cancel. It's 7 over 1 times negative 32 over 7. So I get negative 32 plus 5. That's negative 27 under a cube root equals negative 3. So we're going to check that on our calculator. The cubed root, so that's math. Cubed root is option 4. Negative 27 is negative 3. I could also do it this way. 3 and then math and choose x root, that's option 5. Negative 27, and I get negative 3. So that checks out. My solution is valid. On number 3, once again, I need to cube both sides. X squared minus 1 equals, and 3 cubed, 3 times 3 times 3, that's 27. So I'll move this over. X squared equals 28. So x is plus or minus the square root of 28. 28 is 4 times 7. 4 is a square number, so plus or minus the square root of 4 times 7. The square root of 4 is 2, so I can simplify that to x equals plus or minus 2 times the square root of 7. So I've got 2 solutions this time that I need to check. When I check them, I'm not going to put in my simplified version. I'm going to put in the square root of 28. So cube root of the square root of 28 squared minus 1 equals 3. Square root of 28 squared is 28. Minus 1 is 27. Cube root of 27 equals 3. And if I type that in my calculator, that square root of cube root of 27, I'm going to find that it really is 3. That checks out. I also need to check the opposite of the square root of 28. When I square the opposite of the square root of 28, I get 28. Minus 1 is 27. Once again, the cube root of 27 is 3. That checks out. Both of my solutions are valid. Number 4, I'm going to square both sides. 6n minus 3 equals 4 plus 7n. I'm going to move this smaller n to the right side and this 4 to the left side. And I'm going to get negative 7 equals n. So I'm already to my solution. Now I just need to check it. 6 times negative 7 minus 3 square root equals 4 plus 7 times negative 7 square root. So I've got negative 42 minus 3, that's negative 45. And I've got negative 49 plus 4, that's negative 45. These do match, but when I plugged in my solution, I got two numbers that are not real numbers. My only solution gave me two numbers that are not real numbers, which means I've got to throw that solution out. And I will state that there is no real solution. Okay, I'm going to split this into two separate videos. So this is part 1. In part 2, we're going to get to some more that have a radical on both sides, but that also have something else on both sides, like maybe a plus 4 or something like that. So that's going to make those a little bit different from what we've done here so far.